Please welcome Archer Prewitt.
This is a very new song, so bear with me. Face the light. Where were you on the night you went with me? Read you right. Silence is the word that set you free. Thought you were better than most people. Didn't know how wrong I had got you, but I guess it's alright. But I know that it's not alright. Ladies and would-be gentlemen, honors, here would everyone rise. Just one look into everyone, faking that innocent smile. And laying down that feeling jive. I was alright for a while. I was alright for a while.
How are you?
Good, good.
Yeah, so what's the song called?
I don't know yet.
Yeah? Is that the last thing that would be the first thing that would come for me, because I can't write songs. I'd be like, I'm just going to give it a name and then go from there.
Yeah, sometimes it usually just starts with something that sticks chordally, and then I'll just start scatting.
Really?
And the lyrics kind of start forming.
So
That's the tough part is the lyrics, though.
So when you have the music first,
And
do you still have
performing
do you still have the meaning of the song, or could it be this, sad melody, and then you're like, but I want to write about marshmallows, and then the lyrics are about that? Or do you have this idea, this is about a relationship, and then that's the music, and then the lyrics follow that?
Well, sometimes I like to steer the lyrics in a different direction from, the morbidity of the tune. And make it sunshiny, juxtapose.
Well, the word, when I was reading about, whenever I've read about the Sea and Cake, the word sunny always comes up. And then your music, your solo music, and I realize that's a band and that you're 1/4 of that band, but your music tends to take on a more melancholy air to it. Are those just, do you like when those come together, or are those two different parts of you?
Well, I appreciate Sam Prekup's songwriting and the ability to participate in that with, chords that I wouldn't normally gravitate towards. Although lately he's writing more melancholy tunes. Maybe it's,
You're rubbing off.
Yes.
Although he says that you like to put hand claps and everything.
I do. I do. I'm the guy with all the way too many ideas, and they're like, be quiet. I'm trying to get some work done here.
So you guys just got back from, well, not just back, but relatively back from a tour.
Mm-hmm.
And part of it, you were in Canada for forever. I remember we tried to get you on the show, and you were unreachable.
Right.
You were in the nether regions of Canada. Where
playing with Broken Social Scene.
Wow.
So who's a band out of Toronto, and So those shows in Canada were amazing. We had a good time. I've had other
They seem like nice
tours
people,
in
the
Canada
Canadian
that didn't
people.
quite work out so
Yeah.
beautifully.
Why?
You know, just like the first Coctails tour we did. We spent 3 nights in Winnipeg playing to 2 to 4 people a night.
So more people in the
my
band.
friend Mark Greenberg got on the phone to our booking agent and said, "Botch, why do you hate us?"
Now the Coctails, you guys played a lot of weddings, if I remember.
Got to pay the bills.
But our weddings, on the one hand, I could see a wedding being, well, I'm with these people who are as happy as can be, and then I could also see, well, there's the whole cliche of the bridezilla or the so is a wedding a good gig?
Primarily it was for fans of the band or friends, so for the most part it worked out more towards the end of the night when the older people left and they were like, "Oh, turn it down." And play some more, cover songs. We didn't do cover songs really. So.
You didn't do celebrations?
So they were all, yeah, we did actually do
We
songs.
did.
We did. A very rudimentary version. Very squeaky clean.
So you guys came from Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
I heard when you came here that it was a dark period for the band. Is that true?
Well, one of the members of the band who lived in Chicago secured a very rough loft space that we were going to build out, and we sort of had this idea of like, yeah, pile into the moving van. And
This was a while ago.
yeah.
So was this
yeah.
west of Ashland?
So we were required to build our. It was at Lake and the highway.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So you'd have to stop speaking when the train went by. It was yeah, it was good stuff.
So you all lived together in the loft?
Yeah, there were windows in the front and the back, and then there was us losing our minds in between.
No wonder you moved out to the suburbs.
Yeah, it didn't take long. No, it did take a while, actually.
Did you have to shovel a lot this week?
I did. How you feeling?
My back is killing. I mean, it was
Yeah.
like
Advil.
5 hours. And my son, I got a 5-year-old who came out to help me.
Yeah.
But his way of helping is to
Dustpan.
shovel it back into the area
Yeah.
to shovel. And he's like,
I'm
"Yeah."
helping Daddy.
Yeah. Reading about you, following your career, you've got the Sea and Cake. Once in a while, the Coctails will seem to get together.
It's pretty much done.
Okay, I'm sorry. You've got the art. What's a typical day like for you? Like, how do you say, I'm going to do this? Do you say, I'm going to do this for 2 hours? I'm going to do this for an hour?
Sometimes it has to get to that, yeah. But usually I'll sort of block out the better part of a day for, a certain project and, play a little guitar along the side. And, yeah, it's just making a big list at night and trying to check it off the next day. And
Does that include, like, laundry? And
it
stuff like
does,
that?
actually. Yeah.
So many of your songs they seem very personal. Does the external world, what's going on, either in politics or in society, does that influence, or what you're reading, does that influence your music?
Yeah. I mean, after 9/11, I became sort of like a news junkie.
Cable news?
No,
No?
we don't have cable.
Yeah.
No, just reading. Strange. I read a lot of the Chicago Tribune, which is a pretty good paper. The Times, NPR, and just getting really down about the world. So I wrote a pretty dark record, and it also corresponded with the time when my father passed away. So there's a lot of personal stuff, but also a lot of things commenting on what's going on in the world.
Another record you came out with, one that I love, I heard was based on you having a near fatal case of the flu.
I wouldn't say there was a record based on that, but
No.
it did put life in perspective. Yeah.
What happened?
Well, it was actually the Coctails' last show at Lounge Acts, and had a fever of 103, which I
Wow.
guess is dangerous. I don't know.
Yeah.
So much is lost now, with
So you were like good riddance lounge
I
acts.
said, I really can't play the show. You gotta do it. I mean, I had to do it.
Yeah.
So
This was
jumping
the
around
last night
and
of lounge
rocking
acts.
for 2 hours. I think it felt like 3 or 4 hours. But.
Yeah.
And then people are spraying champagne on me. I'm like, no, you don't understand. And
They were
I
slowly
didn't
killing
sleep
you.
that
They
night.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I was dying. And for 3 days, I was lying in bed, not able to keep anything down. And Chris Ware actually saved my life.
Really?
Yeah, he kept calling. He's another fellow cartoonist. Maybe you've heard of him, who also lives in Oak Park. And he said, "You sound terrible. I'm coming over." I'm like, "Oh, it's okay, man." And he dragged me to the emergency room 3 times, and they finally admitted me because I didn't have insurance.
Wait a
And,
minute. I
yeah.
thought that, I mean, I know that there's an insurance thing going on in this country, but I thought if you are deathly ill, they have to take you.
They put an IV, and they hydrated me.
Okay.
Like, "You're good to go."
Yeah.
So I went back home, and I got sick again, and he took me again. And at the end of it all, I was like 115 pounds and a beard. And my sister and my mom walked in the room. They flew in, and they immediately burst into tears. And I was like, "No, it's cool, it's cool."
Yeah.
So yeah, it did change my life quite a bit, because then later I realized, like, oh, people die from the flu every year. I'm like, oh, wow. I just thought it was something you get through, and
Do you get a flu shot every
lots
year?
of vitamin C. No,
You can get them at the pharmacy.
I don't know. I just sort of wait till I hear about things getting out of control, and then maybe I'll rush over and get one.
What did you do during
I have
the
a fear of
H1N1?
needles,
Were
yeah.
you? I don't know how we got off on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're feeling well now.
It's
been a while.
the winter talk.
So what is next?
Talk about securities.
That's true. What should we be looking forward to?
Spring.
Right.
Um,
Do you have a nice garden?
and the Sea and Cake is working on a record. So
Really?
That's fun.
Yeah. You guys are due.
Yeah. So it's.
It's usually every 3 years or so. You had those 2 back-to-back ones.
Yeah, we're trying to sort of stay on schedule.
Okay.
A little bit tighter schedule. Sam has twins now, so the schedule has been disrupted somewhat. I'm going to work on a record. I'm working on more Soft Boy, believe it or not.
Really?
It's been a long time. but
Yeah.
I've been penciling pages, and for some reason thinking about getting back into it.
Does Japan know?
No. I just like to do at least one more significant story
Yeah.
for whatever that's worth.
Will you come back when one of these?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks for coming.
I'm a fan.
Well, will you perform another song?
Oh my.
If you can't forget, forgive. You should try. Sometimes it comes too late. We've all one life to live. Live it right. Try for the high you can reach. And you ask yourself what you can hope to be, and you can't help thinking that the world has gotten you beat. Well, we might just make it live out onto you, and you to me. Hard to keep on standing tall. What with all that people say? Let's forget about it all. But two can play.